Hold on, let's make sure it don't jump offline again. Yeah, we gotta make sure it don't jump offline again on us. That wasn't y'all, that was me. I don't know what I did with this internet. We should be straight now though. We gonna let these 2 minutes go by though. Yeah, we sure are. Cause I'm tired of YouTube finding me. Let them 2 minutes go by. Mm. Yeah, I think we good now. Can y'all hear me? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? All right. All right. We good. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me put my tag up because I be sitting here acting like I'm rich, like I don't need no money. Let me put my little comment up and pin it. I be seeing I'm on live and calling me then, man. It don't make no sense. Um. Okay. The reason I named this one quality over quantity is because I get a lot of man, y'all will be surprised at how many DMs and um emails I get asking me to talk about stuff that I done covered in so many other videos, man. Like, well, maybe y'all wouldn't be surprised because a lot of y'all know that it's a lot of dummies on here, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, I got a lot of emails and inboxes about being independent opposed to signing or whatever. And the reason I named it uh, quality over quantity is because it's this simple. And I'm gonna break it down and yeah, chop it up, and then I got to move around. All right, even if you sign to, you don't always have to be. Boys got this thing in their head. Well, I'm signed to a quote unquote major. Man, look, it don't matter if you sign to a quote unquote independent local uh record company. In other words, that's what Cash Money was before they got a $30 million deal. Even if you sign to a local or independent record company, they're gonna have a contract for you because they got to make sure they cover their ass because they putting money into you. All you got to do is worry about being an artist or worry about being a producer or whatever your niche is. So that's where it comes in, quality over quantity. Because yeah, if you assign to, let's say, I ain't gonna say no ones, say what they consider major deals, then yeah, you can go in the studio and you can run up a tab of how you want to run it up. You can have 100 and something songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm on live. You can have 100 and something songs. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you would call quantity. But what you did was you signed, and now you got all these songs, and you don't own them. And so yeah, you got quantity, but how many of them are actually quality, and how many of them are actually something that you own? So what I would say is, if you have, which I don't know if they even have a lot of them anymore. When we was coming up, they had a lot of independent uh record companies. You know what I'm saying? It was, I mean, it was no shortage of them. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, I don't see too many of them because the youngsters and figured it out. Like they don't really need no CEO. They don't really need nothing. All they gotta do is get on the internet with it, and then figured it out. But if you are a youngster that has a say what they call a independent record company behind you, that has a CEO and that's putting his money behind you or her money behind you, I would say stick with that route because you can come to an agreement with somebody off the streets or whatever, however y'all doing your business, and y'all can really make some things happen. Once you sign that paper to a company, you got to understand you belong to them. Like, do y'all get that? Like, you belong to them. So I would say don't, unless you are in dire needs, and the little bit of money they gonna give you up front is gonna change your whole life. Like, that's if that's the case, do what you gotta do. But if that's not the case, I'm telling you, just keep it where if it's an independent record company or whatever, man, long as y'all moving units. Y'all see Baby and them wasn't in no rush to sign the Universal because they was making millions being independent anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the messages in the DMs I get, it's like boys are so confused and they look down on that when they don't know that that's actually the way to go. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, quality over quantity. You could have 500 songs done, and if you ain't putting none of them out, or you can't put none of them out because you don't own them, but all you did is ran up a high studio bill that this senior label is gonna tax the what out of you for it. They gonna double however much it costs and say you owe back for that. You see what I'm saying? So um it's also it's not just for musicians or artists or producers or whatever, man. It's a lot of content creators now. So let me ask y'all something. So y'all don't understand the fact that um I can just give you a couple names off top, like say like Country Wayne, DC Young Fly, uh I don't know, man. It's so many that I'm proud of. But y'all don't understand the fact that they stayed independent and stayed on their YouTube doing their thing on their YouTube until they could get to a point to where they say, what shows they was gonna accept and how much they wanted to show. That, yeah, you have your own destiny right here in your hands nowadays. So you know, y'all are able to do this. Like, we didn't have this when we was coming up. We had to do something, man. This right here is, you got the world in the palm of your hands. You know what I'm saying? And don't get caught up with the numbers. Like, and I'm making sure I put this in this video because I can't type all them back, but they can watch this whenever they catch it. Don't get caught up on the numbers. Like, I see so many people that got YouTube pages or even SoundCloud stuff, and all they look at is how many views they got. Listen to me. YouTube slash Google slash AdSense, it's not really about how many views you got. It's about how consistent you are in the interaction on your channel. They're not looking at it going, oh, well, he didn't give it that. They're looking at how consistent you are. How many videos do you drop in a week? How many, like, yeah, that's what they looking at. So stop getting caught up in the numbers and in thinking that, yeah, that's what's gonna get you rich and whatever else. It's not a overnight thing. It builds. And the more consistent you are, the the more you're gonna make, the more you can demand for yourself, and you put the work in and the time in, so they can't tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? They really can't. But you gotta be them put the work and the time in. So don't get caught up in the numbers and the views, because I've watched boys do that and let it get them discouraged, and then they just mess around and quit before they even get their channel monetized. Stop worrying about the views. Just keep on putting up content. Just keep on uploading content. It's just like when you're an artist. Okay, you might then put out 2 albums and they might not sold that many. But you're gonna put out that third album and that fourth album and that fifth album. You're gonna keep pushing until you grow. You're eventually you're gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? Like it's consistency. And once again, like I said, quality over quantity. Like you could, do y'all know how easy it'd be? And y'all done seen other YouTubers do this. Y'all done seen it. They just cut on the video, make a video, just leave their camera running. They ain't talking to y'all about nothing. They just making 6, 7, 8 videos a day. And it's working. Because when YouTube slash Google slash AdSense look at it, it's just looking at, look how much they post. Look how consistent they are. But where that goes wrong at is people gonna stop watching that content after a while, because they're gonna be like, man, this dude don't do nothing but cut the camera on, and the camera sitting there staring at the wall, and people catch on to that. So that's another reason why I say quality over quantity. And I'm really trying to push this into y'all head. Stop getting caught up with the numbers. Stop worrying about the views. Stop worrying about that. Just keep dropping content, whether it's music, songs, videos, this right here, content creation. Just keep dropping, because what they looking for is consistency. You understand what I'm saying? Like, stop getting caught up with the numbers. Stop worrying about that. If that matter, I would tell y'all, hey man, that's all that matter. No, it's not. I'm telling you what they look for. They looking for consistency. And yeah, so that's, just keep creating content, whether it's music, whether it's videos like this. Just keep creating content, keep dropping. Don't let nobody knock you off your square. Don't let nobody, hey man, opinions like booty holes, man. Everybody got one. So if you are dumb enough to let some trolls or somebody opinion knock you off your square and what you really doing, you got to reevaluate that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about you, because I've been there before. I made that mistake. Y'all can go down my YouTube timeline, look at my videos, and see, yeah, that's when 17 used to let them boys get to him. Man, once you start getting paid, you ain't finna let nobody get to you. You don't care what nobody say. You don't care what they type. You don't care what they talking about. If they ain't supporting you, you do not care. And you ain't supposed to. You know what I'm saying? You not supposed to. I don't know what else to do but to try to be an encourager. Right now, I want to see boys win. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the last 4 features I've done, I didn't charge them what I'm supposed to get a feature, because I know what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody looking like, what they talking about, the fourth stimulus check? That's supposed to pass next month, right? They saying they're gonna give us checks till December. Man, I feel you, homie. Everybody going through it. You know what I'm saying? So no, I didn't, and that's the beautiful thing about being your own boss and being independent is I don't have to charge them what I'm supposed to get, per feature or per show or per walkthrough. I can move my price however I want to. And I'm trying to tell y'all the benefits and the good parts that they never tell y'all about. All they'll tell you about is, well, if you sign this 360 deal, we'll give you this much up front. And they don't tell you about what's going on in that contract and what's on that back end. and how much they own you. They don't only own you; they own your likeness and your name in perpetuity, or something like that. Which in other words means if you want to go sell oranges on the corner, they gotta tell you how much you sell the oranges for and how much you get to keep. That's what a 360 means. You know what I'm saying? So, like when I'm looking at my DMs and I'm looking at my emails and I see the questions the boys answering me, like I can't sit there and type all them back. But all I could do is make a video and put this up here and hope they see it, because man, it's very important for you to hold on to your. It's like slave days, boy. Hold on to your freedom. We's free. Like you want to stay independent for as long as you possibly can. Now I understand. Trust me, I get it. Being independent can be very hard at times, because when you're working on something, you're spending money. You spending money on a project. You spending money on YouTube equipment, on cameras, on laptops, on lights, on programs. If it's music, on studio time, on beats. If you don't make your own beats, you spending a lot of money. But once it come out and it go to sale, you always make your money back pretty much triple. So trust me, I know what it feel like when you going through and you're gearing up to drop something. Yes, you spending a whole lot of money. I know, and it's hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through it right now. I got so much going on that it's so much money going out. Where I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that. Okay, I need this, I need this so I can put this program on it so I can edit this. I know. So I'm not saying, you know, if it's just making you not want to do what you love anymore, then yeah, you might want to go ahead and sign a 360 deal. But you better make sure it's like only a 12-month commitment. You know what I'm saying? And that way you free and it's whatever. So I'm not trying to box anyone in or tell anyone what to do. Um, but I'm just telling you my experience with everything. And I didn't even sign to a record company. I signed to a distributor and was stuck, locked in the contract with them for 3 years and 2 albums. I didn't want to give them the second album, so that just made it worse on myself because I'm being hard headed. And okay, well, don't give them the second album. And you obligated to them until you do. Not, I was like, well, I just wait till the 3 years up and then I drop. No, no. If you ain't gave them the second album by the time them 3 years up, then guess what? You still signed to them until you turn in that second album. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's what I mean by quality over quantity. Everybody stop paying attention to the numbers. I can't stress that enough to y'all. Stop looking at the numbers. Stop worrying about if on my SoundCloud I only got this many views or this many listens or this many likes, or on my YouTube video I only got this many views. That don't matter, man. What they are looking at is how consistent you are. So when it's all said and done, keep dropping. Just keep on dropping. Because that's what they paying attention to. How consistent you are. You know what I'm saying? So um it's I don't want nobody giving up on nothing. Yeah, it's gonna be rough times with it. Just like with everything else. I mean, if you going to work clocking in 9 to 5, you're gonna have rough times with that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like nobody tell y'all the truth. They just get on here and tell y'all what sound good. No, that's not what we gonna do. What we gonna do is we gonna get some truth told. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what else. I don't know why people wouldn't want to tell the younger cats the truth, because they coming up, man, and you, unless you a crab in a bucket and you don't want to see them coming up, and that makes sense why you wouldn't want to tell them, the truth. Man, forget that. I'm be handing out game to these youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to see them make no mistakes. And yeah, I just told y'all last 4 features I did, I ain't charged them boys what I'm supposed to get per feature because I know what's going on right now. I know what's going on right now. Like, you can't do that if you obligate to somebody else. If you sign to somebody else, you have to charge what they tell you to charge, or you will be sued because you are in breach of contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, I promise y'all, it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? And also, when you're independent, you really get to see who really rock with you and who really supports you. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm finna give y'all a perfect example. Okay, this was yesterday afternoon, and I was sitting down with my partner who helped me with my YouTube stuff, right? So, it was actually, it went over 12,000 and something subs. Do y'all know? He sat there and he was like, man, I wouldn't get rid of no subs. I don't care if they trolls. I don't care if they whatever. Man, I sat there and got rid of 942 subs that I knew was ghost accounts, trolls, whatever, because it's quality over quantity. I don't care. I don't know if I and I don't like having. I like, you look at it now. I'd be like, all right, man, that's like 11,000 something subs or whatever. But I would much rather have only 100 subs, and those 100 subs really support me. Like they they really want you to make it. They really want you to do good, rather than have uh 100 real true supporters and 11,200 people who just scanning across your stuff just looking. I mean, but you can't fuss about that either, because you're getting paid for them people who just scanning through watching. But what you really want is for people to support you and to support your vision. And you can't get there without them. Like, I'm not one that's gonna lie to the youngsters and tell, man, you don't need nobody. You don't need nothing. Hey man, if you don't have supporters, it's gonna be very, very, very hard, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, that's just uncut. It's no other way for me to serve that dish to you. That's just being truthful. Um, hey man, without supporters, you're not going to make it. Like, you're not. That's the only thing I could tell you that will make it where you won't make it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say don't get caught up on the views or caught up on the likes, whatever. If it's however many, just know, okay, that's how many people really, really support you. So at least you know you got that many people, however many it is, and be thankful for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, hey man, if everybody else just want to look at you, then let them look at you. If everybody else just want to listen to your music for free and don't buy nothing, they just want to listen to it, it's nothing you can do about that. Let them go ahead. As long as you know you have a certain amount of real supporters, then you have a reason to keep doing whatever it is you're doing, whether it's music, uh, content creator on YouTube, whether you're a producer, whatever. As long as you know you have this core audience that are really supporters, then you have a reason to keep doing what it is you love to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. Don't make it any harder than what it got to be. Don't make it any more complicated than what it got to be. It's that simple. Like, and you'll realize when it's videos like this, they don't get a lot of push or whatever, because it's nothing negative in this video. The world loves negativity, especially the internet world. They want myths. They want drama. They want, I mean, that's just what they drawn to. You can't really blame them. It's been programmed in them. That's all they cut their phone on. That's all they see on whatever. They look on the TV. That's all they see. So you you gotta do what you're doing because you're doing it from your heart. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really love what you're doing. If that makes any sense. Do it from your heart. Don't do it because you looking for how many views or how many likes or how many whatever. Don't do it for that. I'm telling you, do it because you love what you're doing. And I promise you, you'll never let yourself down, or you'll never uh nobody will ever be able to let you down or anything like that, because you're doing it because you love to do it. And as long as you got uh a certain number of supporters, then you have a reason to keep doing it. And don't let nobody tell you no different. Once again, quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, I don't know if the young cats, how many people, if they ever heard of that, but I know us that's grown, we've been hearing that for a long time. We know what it means. We know what's up with it. Like, and that's for every aspect of the game. That's not just for music. That's when you dealing in the streets. That's when you dealing with broads. That's when you dealing everything. Apply that to everything. Quality over quantity. And watch how your whole thing change up. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like if you put a whole bunch of stuff out there, right? Um um and none of it is good. I mean music wise. Like you just put a ton of music out there, but none of it is good. Well, I don't even think you get a even effort with that. You know what I'm saying? Like all they gonna remember is you put out a whole lot of stuff that wasn't good to them. Now imagine if you only put out one song every year and a half, but every time you put out a song, the one thing they can't take from you is that you jamming. Quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you'll be and put all that out there and it's not selling because it don't sound good, opposed to where you might put one song out there every year and a half, and that one song they've been waiting for it because they riding with you, they support you, and your stuff jamming. Like, it's really not that hard. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, I answered that. I always try and just make videos to answer the questions that's coming to my DMs and to my emails. So we'll go live later on. Shout out Coast Boy Clothing. You know what I'm talking about? I am a Coast Boy. I always will be. Mississippi Gulf Coast, that is. Past Christian. And we gonna go live a little bit later on, man. I gotta get back out here and run around. It's 179 degrees here in southern Mississippi today. With the humidity, it feels like 198 degrees. So I gotta go back out here in that and yeah, go take care of my grown folks' responsibilities. So with that being said, I hope I answered the questions that came to my DM and to my emails and everything like that. Hey man, don't be ashamed if you rock with me. Don't let nobody talk you out of it, man. Go on, hit them links in that description. Pick any one you want. Yeah, the Bandcamp, buy you some music, the Cashapp, want to donate, go ahead. They ain't gonna do nothing but go back into what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be back later on though. Let me get back out here in this sun, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is over here. Long live Pimp Chad. I am the hog boy. Hey, get them keys off the memo.